Let's talk about this soul harvesting technology though. The net that y'all talking about, which is the God is nut, it's an old system to harvest souls that was created by the Demiurge. And the Demiurge ain't one dude in the sky. The Demiurge is a network of ancient transhumans that merge with AI. I'm going to say that again. Satan is a plural word. It is the polarity of Elohim. Just like you got Elohim, you got Shaitan. It is a plural word. It represents many of a thing, like oxen, like a flock, right? So when you say Shaitan, you're talking about a group of spirits, a family of spirits, and not just one monster saying, ha, 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 ha. Okay? Satan and his demons collectively are called Satan. Now, the modern church tried to make Satan omnipotent, which is why Christ tell you he's everywhere at once. That means if evil is happening in multiple different places, and Satan is the cause of it, Satan can be in so many places at one time. The people who turned the forces of evil into a dumb monster had to make that monster have supernatural abilities like omnipresence. So is it Satan omnipresent? Hell yeah. What did you learn about Jesus? That he's omnipresent. Isn't it crazy that Jesus got the exact ability Satan got and have the same titles and symbols that Satan got? But watch this though. Here go the thing right here. This system that you see around the earth, it is a false. This is what the neurological network is. It's the matrix. So you battling your own mind for real. And this right here is the Rubik's Cube that you trying to, the network that we fight. And that's what I was telling you. What they got up in the sky is spiritual technology. And what this is, it is like the technology that they got in Las Vegas. So that's what I was telling you about this. Like Netanyahu is in his name, Netanyahu. Think about what Netanyahu represent. Netanyahu represent World War III, the beginning of a digital age, the rising up of the New Jerusalem, which is the digital big brother grid where AI policing everybody. Because the Christ y'all worshiping ain't gonna get y'all to heaven. He's building a kingdom on the earth. Now go read the book of Revelation. You are following the false Christ. You following the Christ that the Greeks and the Catholic Church gave you. And you will fight me because I'm battling that image of that white man with them blue eyes. Shout out to Kiba Weeba, said, thanks for this good knowledge. You welcome. Thank y'all. I'm showing you how this is plagiarization and that there were images of Christ way before Christ that the version you worshiping on the right. But you don't want the original stuff. You want the Johnny come late knockoff, and you want to know why the world going to hell. Everybody want artificial. They don't want authenticity. The old shit is authentic. The new age God that y'all worshiping is the artificial knockoff. And that God represent the world of artificiality, the fake world. That's AI, artificial intelligence, a fiat government. What is a fiat government? A fake fraud system of government. This same power gives you fake food with no nutritional value. The food you eat today don't look nothing like the food that the ancestors ate. The bananas had seeds in them. This food been genetically modified just like the human beings. This is the false God. The false God is a network of world powers that's been on this earth since ancient Egypt because they cheated death and they've been using this earth like their own little laboratory. And all of the souls that's born in here, they experimenting on you, studying you, and finding ways to make you merge with the machine. Why? Because they need your light. You have a soul. They don't. Once you merge with AI, you just sold your soul. So what this whole fake world is made out of light that's being recycled through a black hole. I just showed you that. The light that's being recycled through the black hole is the souls of humans. Morpheus told you this in the Matrix. He held up a battery and he said every human is one of these. And if you think of your human body, it is literally a container for energy that the beast can only harvest as long as you stay in the body. It's like the energy staying in a battery. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, because sacred geometry will show you this is what the human body is. Let me show you. The body is the battery. The body is the battery. I tell you that all the time. A lot of people like when I reiterate this, like the other brothers. So look, it's a container for the power. So think about this. You can tell that the body is just a container because look at how it's made. We know how containers are made. And we know that the container opened up at the top where your head is at. How do you open up a bottle or a body? Just look at the shape of the battery, right? Look at the sacred geometry of the battery and then look at the body. Look at it. Now watch this though. When I tell you that the body is a container, what is a bottle? Sacred geometry is so fire, bro. Again, look at the shape of the bottle. because the battery is a container for energy. The bottle containing water. But ain't it crazy that they shape the same? You ever peep that? You ever peep that? Sacred geometry. Now watch this though. How do you open up a bottle? You twist the cap, right? How do you open up a body? You change the mind, which would be like twisting the cap. Because look, let's say you born with a bunch of lies in your mind, and your mental paradigm throughout your life does a 180. And it opens what? The third eye, release the soul when you twist the cap. When you turn your mind around, just like a bottle cap, you release the contents trapped inside of the body, which is the soul. It's just that simple. A lot of people energy gonna be stuck in their body, like throwing a drink away that's been unopened. What a waste. You ever seen an unopened drink in the garbage? But check this out, right? Sacred geometry is showing you exactly what the body is, a container. But what's contained in the body, see, your energy inside the earth is the soul in the body. You can be harvested like this because the body is like a battery to the Demiurge, which is why the Demiurge don't want you to resurrect to your God body. They want us in the flesh, in the mortal realm. Shout out to Stacy Galore. Thank you so much. See, they don't want us to ascend beyond this body because this ain't nothing but a battery for the Demiurge. This body inside the dome is like a battery in a simulation helping to keep the game going. So the Demiurge, just like like this keyboard here, it takes 2 AA batteries. There's a set amount of energy that's required to run this earth simulation. Which is why at all times there have to be people dying and being born. Because think about it. If my keyboard used 10,000 batteries, every day I'll be replacing a different battery with another one. Because with that many batteries, one gonna die before the other one, and you just gonna have to change one every day, man. If this took 10,000 batteries, every day you're gonna have to change a battery. Because they all ain't gonna die at the same time. So it'll be staggered, you know, but that'll be like out with the old and with the new, life and death inside the earth realm. We look at it like life and death. I look at it like batteries being changed because this battery died, replace it with a new one. All of these human beings, they shape just like a battery. And only thing you here for is to be harvested for energy by the Demiurge. And so what's going to keep you here? See this net right here, when they said Jesus is fishing for the souls of man, he created the firmament dome. That's why I'm showing you this. This is what the firmament dome is. And everybody living down here was inside the circle of the earth. You've been captured in a net, man. Here go the earth down here. All of these are the magnetic ley lines that go back up to Polaris at the top of the firmament dome. It's a canopy. And it's like a tent with the pole in the middle pitching the tent. So that's why I keep going back here. I'm telling you, the one that's casting the net or the pole that's pitching the tent is Jesus, Yeshua, the earth god. So think about what I'm telling you. Geb and Shu is the same deity, transitioning to different layers of itself, right? Geb represent Christ getting put down in the ground as a dead, mortal, filthy, decomposing flesh. Shu represent Christ being resurrected in his glorified body. Geb and Shu is the same deity in different layers of reality. Geb is the mortal Christ. Shu is the ascended, resurrected Christ at the North Pole that's holding the gateway open. So Jesus said, I'm the gateway, I'm the way. And everybody got to go through Christ because Christ represents a crease or a split in the middle of the universe, which acts as a gateway out of here. But what Christ did, Christ blocked the gateway. Christ is standing there. You think Christ is there to give you a hug. See, here go the trick of the devil, what y'all don't realize about this damn Demiurge, right? When you die, this Demiurge, if you a religious person and you believe in Jesus Christ or Buddha or whatever, when you die and it's time for you to ascend up through your own skygate, because listen, every human being got a gateway that the universe made just so you can get up out of here, man. Let me show you what I mean. When all of us die, there's a opening up there to let your soul out of here. Look at here. This is what it's like. This is a piercing in the darkness, and the light that you see is the light from a better, higher plane that's brighter than this place, welcoming you to heaven, man. But guess what happened? The Demiurge stands in front of your light and offers you a hug. And if you take the hug, you never make it out of here. If you see, this is what I'm telling you about this whole trick of the devil. A lot of people who don't know the truth, they're going to be lost like the Bible say when it's time for them to ascend. Because instead of them seeking their way out and seeking their own light, like the real Christ on the left, because look at the real Christ on the left. The real Christ on the left is telling the knowledge of every soul is going to have a star in the sky that's going to let them get up out of here and reunite with their real reality, their higher self. Because this ain't who we are. We are fallen angels, and the body is a damn deep fake. a caricature of the soul, right? That cannot last forever. So the thing is this, it's almost like we here to learn, and the ancestors gave the devil permission to sort of teach us to activate our God power. It's an initiation. And in the ancestors' mind, if you can't make it through this initiation, you ain't worthy to even exist in this higher realm up there. If you can't outshine your deep fake version, then you can just stay your deep fake version. That's basically it. If you like the version of yourself that AI created for you in this simulation, and you think that that's all you are, then that's all you'll be. And the God that's telling you, I'm gonna give you a new body, that's the God that keep deep faking your soul with permission from you. You allowing, it's like you sign a contract with a label and you told them, look, I'm giving you 4 years to own my deep fake. And you can make him do whatever you want him to do. But at the end of that 4 years, I get the rights back to my masters or it's not my, why I said masters. I get the rights back to my deep fake copy. It's like a contract. But the thing is this, what they're saying is, look, they getting leverage with you by saying, hey, since we created the deep fake, the leverage that we got is, here is a new deep fake version of you that's even more flamboyant, fly, egotistical or whatever. And when you see that version of you, like, damn, he's cool. He is, everything that would be seen as dope in a capitalistic world matrix system. Because your deep fake version is a version of you that's suitable for the matrix. And it's everybody in the matrix got to be on their ego shit, the caricature of themselves, they Hollywood shit, fashion and vanities in the simulation. So AI create this Sasha Fierce, this, how celebrities got an alter ego and it's never a good version of themselves. It's always an evil motherfucker that want to come out and talk to you. Like, why you can't have an alternate ego that's ever good? Like, hey, my alternate ego going gives out motherfucking, whatever. But my whole thing is this. What the Demiurge does, he stands in front of your light. You see what Christ doing? Christ is in front of someone's light. That's the Demiurge. He blocking your light. That's capitalism. They cap your light off, right? With your belief, your ignorance. Your ignorance is energy that manifests on the astral plane as a God that you agreed exists. You're part of a cult that agree that Jesus is real. That turns into an energy and a real manifestation in the astral plane. And it promises you what? A kingdom on earth called the New Jerusalem, because this God can't ascend to heaven. The people that created this God is a sigil. It is a spiritual program to harvest souls, and they run in different versions of this program, Buddha, Allah, to different people. Because when you die, and this is what you're expecting and believe in, it's the same reason they tell children, don't go to bed after you just watch scary movies. You just put all that fear and scary stuff in your head, and now you went to sleep. And now the kid having nightmares about a creature that he saw on TV that didn't exist in the physical world, but we created it in the astral plane by allowing access and gateway into our mind and our imagination. We're agreeing to manifest these deities on the astral plane. If you're a Christian, you're going to meet Christ when you die. If you're a Buddha, if you're thinking of a literal Buddha as a savior, he's going to save you from yourself, though. Because remember, the light that's behind Jesus is your way out. The light that's behind Jesus is your way out. He's like a damn hockey goalie that's blocking you from getting to the goal. And because many people are going to be deceived with this Antichrist, with these false belief systems where they're programmed this reality, and you got millions of people saying, this is real, this is what's going to be there, Jesus is going to be there. He's going to be there. It's real. Once enough people believe it is real. Now, you may say, but Sanchez, it ain't real in this world. What? It's real somewhere. You can't tell a child that's getting chased by a boogeyman that ain't real in that dream when they're going through it in that reality. These are parallel universes that we create when enough people agree to them. This is how consciousness works. So that's why they want to control our mind, because we have an inner light, and our thoughts is us shaping that inner light into realities. And when they give a bunch of us a reality, us light beings will make that for them from the inside out. So if they program us within, they can control the reality without. Literally. Now, the people that's doing that, they are masters of how to bend and manipulate light. But guess what? They don't even have no light. Think about that. The people that are masters at bending light into a shape called a simulation, handcuffs. This earth is handcuffs, y'all. This torus field, this handcuffs for your soul. This black cube, it is ancient technology that's trapping souls based on ignorance. That's why they worship this thing in Mecca. It's a huge torus field, and this thing, energy can't be created. So the earth ain't creating the energy. It's just a machine that allows the energy to be recycled over and over. It's like my battery charger. My battery charger right here, this little box, it don't create energy. It regenerates it. It recycles energy. It turned the dead energy in the battery, somehow it creates new energy from that. It ain't creating new energy in the sense of the word. Like, you can't create or destroy energy, you can recycle it to a new form of itself that's usable again.